Everybody, thank you for joining us here on ABC24 Plus. I am Chief Meteorologist Trevor Birchett with an update on your forecast for the next several days. It's been the talk of the town. Will it snow in Memphis? Will it not? What is going on? So let's break it down. There's a lot of confusion, and to be honest with you, a lot of misinformation going on about the forecast for next week, particularly Monday. So we're going to break it down here for Memphis and the Mid-South. So hopefully you'll leave with a slightly better idea of what the weather is going to be like early next week. There is a potential for a wintry mix Monday into Monday night. I'm going to squash your hopes and dreams right now because this does not look like a snow thing. This is not going to be a situation where we have accumulating snowfall. It's not going to be a pretty snow. It's not going to be that kind of situation. This is going to be more of a sleet situation. We'll talk about what that means and why it's happening here in at least just a little bit. But that's kind of the first thing you need to know, is that we do not expect snow necessarily. This is going to be sleet mixing in with the rain. And that's going to be a thing for Monday, especially Monday afternoon and Monday evening, and then continuing into Monday night. This will be gone by Tuesday. It's over with. So Monday and Monday night. Now, most of us in the Mid-South, Memphis and points south, especially North Mississippi and Memphis, this is going to be mostly rain. Maybe a little sleet mixing in. North of Memphis, it's probably going to be a little more sleet and a little less rain. But for Memphis and North Mississippi, it looks like mostly rain. Even if you do see a little more sleet, major impacts are not expected. I don't expect roads to be treacherous Tuesday morning by any means. And again, we'll kind of explain why I think that here in the next little bit. Let's talk about the 3-day forecast here. Sunday looks good after all the rain on Saturday. We're going to clear out, sunshine for Sunday, but it's going to be chilly behind a cold front. High temperature only 42 degrees on Sunday. Sunday night will be dry, but Monday afternoon, rain showers will start to sneak in. That rain continues Monday evening and Monday night. And there will be at least the chance for some sleet to mix in with that rain, and that potential will increase the further north you go. Maybe some snow mixing in as well, way off to the north, but I think for most of us in the Mid-South, it's going to be rain and sleet mixed together. We get right to freezing Monday night and Tuesday morning, and then back to 40 with sunshine Tuesday afternoon. So again, after Monday and Monday night, this clears out pretty quickly. This is the hour-by-hour radar, and this is one model that I believe has a pretty good idea of what is going to happen. We have the temperatures on here, we have the rain, the precipitation, all of that's layered on, so you can kind of get the whole picture kind of right in one. Now, again, we look at many different models here. There's probably 7 or 8 different models I've looked at today to try to figure out what's going to go on with this system, because this is really a storm that 2 degrees could make a big difference. So it's hard to pin down. But I think this model has a pretty good idea now that we're getting closer to time. So let's kind of play this through here. You'll notice by Monday afternoon, most of us are starting to see some rain. Pink, that's where you're going to see the potential of some sleet pellets mixing in. So mostly rain during the day Monday, mixing with some sleet. Pay really close attention to your temperatures here. At the surface, everybody is above freezing. 34 in Memphis. So even if you do get some sleet pellets to fall down, it's going to melt pretty quickly. And that's going to kind of be the trend even into Monday evening and Monday night. It's not going to be a situation where temperatures drop overnight. They're kind of going to hold steady. So 6 p.m. Monday, we're still seeing the rain. Temperatures above freezing, maybe some sleet mixing in, but it would be melting. We do get a little cooler overnight, so we're going to stop the clock here at 11 p.m. Monday night. Everybody's still above freezing, but you're starting to see some pinks, even some blues mixing in. That's where we're having sleet, maybe some snowflakes mixing in with that as well. But I think any mix that we have is probably going to be a little more on the sleet side than snow. I don't expect a lot of snow out of this system off to the north. So 36 in Truman at 11 p.m., but there could be some sleet falling. And then you'll see that kind of overspreads, mainly areas north of I-40. This is midnight going into Tuesday morning. Some sleet, maybe a few snowflakes up in the Boot Heel up toward Blytheville, but most of this would probably be sleet. Temperatures are still above freezing, so any sleet would melt pretty quickly. Now by 2 a.m., we have still that potential of some sleet mixing in with the rain. This is 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. Snow maybe, but mainly some sleet with some rain mixing in into West Tennessee. Again, mainly north of I-40. We've still seen all rain in North Mississippi. And then this clears out by the time you wake up Tuesday morning. So whatever's falling from the sky, rain, sleet, or snow, it's going to be over by the time the sun comes up. And that could help us out here because look at what happens. Just as that rain and sleet clear out, temperatures for some areas do get to the freezing mark or just below it. So we do get to 31 in Truman, 31 in Covington, 32 in Dyersburg. So that could cause a couple of issues. However, it's going to be a very quick time that we get below freezing. So at 5 a.m., we drop below freezing. As soon as the sun comes up, temperatures go up again. So there might be an hour or two that temperatures get just below freezing north of I-40. But I don't think that's going to be enough to cause anything to freeze. It won't freeze that quickly. We also have some winds that are going to be blowing. So what's going to happen is here, I'm going to roll this back. So 2 a.m., sleet, snow, rain, temperatures in the mid-30s. As the rain ends, temperatures do drop, but the wind also picks up. So that could almost be like a blow dryer effect to kind of blow dry the road, get it dry a little bit before the temperature hits freezing at 5 a.m. But notice though, we get to 7, 8 a.m., temperatures come right back up. We're back above freezing by 8 a.m., 34, 35, 36. Memphis never dropped below freezing on this model. I want you to notice that. This is way up in northeast Arkansas, northwest Tennessee. That's where we could drop to freezing for a second and then quickly climb right back up. So we'll talk more about that in a second, but I do want to explain to you kind of the difference between snow, sleet, and freezing rain. We all know what snow is. We all know what rain is. Sleet is, I think, going to be what we mainly see this time around. And those are those little bitty ice pellets. They almost look like Dippin' Dots. And you can tell when it's sleeting because it makes a lot of noise. Especially if you have a metal roof, they kind of go ping, ping, ping. That's sleet. And that is probably what is going to mix in more with the rain. Freezing rain is the worst. That's when it rains and then freezes into ice all over the place. I don't expect much of that this time around, which is good because freezing rain is awful. I would take sleet any day. Think of little tiny ice pellets. Even if that does accumulate, it's a lot easier to drive on than a solid sheet of ice. But like I mentioned, even this time, I don't expect that to really accumulate because while it's sleeting, temperatures are still going to be above freezing. So any sleet that falls should be melting pretty quickly. How sleet happens is, of course, up in the atmosphere, everything starts as snow. Way up in the clouds, it's always snow. So it goes through that layer of cold air. Well, when it's sleet, it actually passes through a warm layer where temperatures are just above freezing. So that snow, the snowflakes melt into rain. And then at the surface, you have a big layer of cold air. And that allows those little raindrops to refreeze into those little pellets. That is sleet. And that is what I think we're going to see the most of Monday evening and Monday night. So here's what is kind of my forecast and what I expect as we look ahead here. The areas in green, this is going to be mostly a rain event. 90% of this will probably just be rain. There could be some sleet that mixes in at times in Memphis, West Tennessee, North Mississippi, but I think most of this Monday and Monday night is just going to be plain rain. Now, once you get to the north of I-40, the area in pink, that would be Poinsett County, Cross County, Mississippi County, Arkansas, Dyer County, Tennessee. Those zones up there into the Missouri Boot Heel closer to Jonesboro, they are probably going to see more sleet mixed with the rain. So green is going to be rain with a little sleet. Pink is going to be sleet mixed with a little rain, maybe some snowflakes thrown in just for fun. But it's probably going to be mainly sleet. Again, I do want to remind you, while all of this is happening, it looks like temperatures will stay just above freezing. So as it's sleeting, those should melt relatively quickly. Now, what we will have to watch is, like I said, once that clears out, we do dip below freezing for an hour or two Tuesday morning in these zones, those purple areas up there, Wynn, Harrisburg, Truman, up toward Blytheville, Dyersburg. Those are the zones that are going to get right below freezing for an hour or two and then go right back up. So I still think it's a very low impact for those areas. I don't think we're going to have sheets of ice all over the place and crashes. I don't think it's going to be that kind of a situation. But in those zones off to the north, there could be a patch or two of maybe some of that ice that has frozen into some slick spots. Again, I don't think that's going to be everywhere. I think maybe a slick spot or two, especially on the bridges. That's well north of Memphis. For Memphis, I think we stay above freezing. I don't think we see really an impact at all. Same thing into North Mississippi, impact really not expected. Now, again, a degree or two could change this. We got down to 35 in Memphis on that model. We get down 3 more degrees, we could hit freezing for a few minutes at least. At this point, I still am not super concerned about any issues in Memphis. But again, it's areas to the north of I-40, Poinsett County, Cross County, Mississippi County, Dyer County, that are going to get right to freezing, maybe a slick spot or two. So I want to go through that model one more time, just now that we have all that in mind. Look back at it one more time. Notice temperatures, they're above freezing. Rain comes in 3, 4, 5 p.m. Monday, could mix with a little sleet at times, and the amount of sleet could increase overnight as temperatures drop a little bit more. You'll see that here by about 11 p.m., a little sleet rain mix coming into northeast Arkansas and then spreading into northwest Tennessee after midnight into Tuesday morning. Temperatures still above freezing. So again, anything that's falling is melting pretty quickly. Once that clears out though, temperatures do drop just for a little bit, right to that freezing mark north of I-40, Covington, Truman, Dyersburg, maybe a slick spot or two. Just use caution Tuesday morning, but I don't think it's going to be a situation where you're not able to get to work, you're not able to get to school. I don't think it's going to be that much, but maybe an isolated slick spot for somebody Tuesday morning. Just worth it, probably keeping an extra eye out. So let's talk about that 7-day forecast here as we look ahead. Again, Sunday looks good, 42 degrees, partly cloudy and dry. Sunday night will be dry. Monday morning will also be dry. Rain comes in Monday afternoon into Monday evening and Monday night. Could mix with some sleet, mainly north of Memphis. I can't rule out a couple of sleet pellets in Memphis, but I think the best chance to see some sleet would be up in northwest Tennessee and then into northeast Arkansas on that map that I showed you. We'll show it to you one more time. And then temperatures generally are going to be above freezing. Now, Tuesday morning in Memphis, we get to right around 32 or 33 for a couple of minutes. North of Memphis, a couple of neighborhoods could get to 31 for a little bit. That could allow 1 or 2 slick spots to develop, but it's going to be so quick that we hit 31 and then right back up to near 40. I don't think really much is going to have time to freeze, which is good news. Plus, we've got some wind that should help to blow dry those roadways just a little bit. Right now, I do not expect major roadway issues, but I cannot rule out a couple of slick spots, especially on the bridges. It's probably worth just taking it slow Tuesday morning. Better to be safe than sorry. 40 degrees with sunshine Tuesday. We'll get to 49 Wednesday, 48 Thursday. Dry for the middle of the week. It does look like another round of some rain Friday. That'll be all rain. Temperatures in the 50s. And then luckily it does look like that clears out for Saturday, which is good because that's the St. Jude Marathon. I think we're dry. Temperature is pretty good for the runners. High near 52 degrees. I'll leave you with this map one more time here. Again, most of us, it's going to be rain Monday evening and Monday night. There could be a few sleet pellets mix in, but the best chance to see sleet is going to be north of Memphis, north of Interstate 40. Again, I do not expect major issues. This is not a snow situation. This is not a major winter storm. I think most roadways will be fine, but especially in those pink zones where there's a little more sleet, temperatures might be a little bit cooler. You might want to just keep an extra eye out Tuesday morning. There could be a few slick spots, but for us in Memphis, I'm not overly concerned at this moment. I think it's mostly just rain, and I don't think we quite get to the freezing mark. If that changes, I'll let you know. Of course, weather is always changing. We'll keep you updated here for the next couple of days, but that's the way the things stand right now. Of course, you can follow us on ABC24 Plus for the latest updates any time of the day. You can also find me on Facebook. Just search Trevor Birchett, ABC24. I've got updates throughout the day there. We'll keep you updated as things develop, but for now, we'll send you off. Thanks so much for joining us.